Good day, and welcome to the AXISCADES Technologies Limited Strategic Business Update Conference Call hosted by Orient Capital. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Sumit Khaitan from Orient Capital. Thank you, and over to you, Mr. Khaitan.
Thank you, Nirav. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all on the AXISCADES Technologies Strategic Business Update Conference Call. Today on the call, the leadership team of the company will take you through the business update, post which we shall open the forum for question and answer session. Before we begin the call, I would like to mention that this conference call may contain some forward-looking statements about the company, which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations of the company as on date of this call. The actual results may differ materially. These statements are not guaranteeing the future performance of the company and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. With this, I now hand over the call to Mr. Shashidhar SK, Group CFO, AXISCADES. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all to this call, where we will discuss the strategic restructuring of the AXISCADES defense-focused subsidiaries, namely Mistral Solutions and AXISCADES Aerospace and Technologies. We have spoken at length on the synergies between Mistral and our various engineering service verticals earlier on our investor calls and investor meets. A number of investors and analysts have been asking us for a special briefing on Mistral and ACAD with focus on defense, which is what we are aiming to do today. For your information, we have already shared a press release on this topic, which is available at the stock exchanges for your reference. It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome on this call Dr. Sampath Ravi Narayanan, our lead director and chief mentor. He will take us through the rationale behind this restructuring and share insights into the opportunities, outlook, and strategy for these entities. Our group CEO, Mr. Arun Krishnamurthy, has traveled to Europe on business and is unable to join the call today. We also have with us Ms. Sangeeta Tripathi, our Head of Investor Relations, on the call. Before I hand over the floor to Dr. SRN, as we respectfully address him, I will take a moment to formally introduce him to all of you. Dr. SRN is a pioneer, renowned leader, and a technocrat in the Indian aerospace and defense industry. His illustrious career spans more than 4 decades, during which time he has contributed immensely to government policies, foreign partnerships, large deal wins, and also their seamless execution. He pioneered and implemented the concept of private participation in defense programs in India when such a concept was unheard of in this country. Dr. SRN established Airbus Engineering in India as a founder director. Dr. SRN was also one of the youngest professionals to serve on the board of directors of both Air India and Indian Airlines. He also served as the chairman of the FICCI Defense Task Force. Dr. SRN has played a pivotal role in the acquisition and execution of several large contracts for AXISCADES. These include the Airbus Fuselage Development Center and the Mirage 2000 Midlife Extension Program awarded by Thales of a total contract value of $100 million, which was one of the largest defense offset programs during its time. During his leadership of AXISCADES between 2008 and 2014, as a CEO, chairman of the board, AXISCADES made consistent and significant progress in business performance, which was reflected in the market valuations. Dr. SRN is also the recipient of very many industry awards, including CEO of the Year Award. In recognition of his remarkable contributions to the industry, Dr. SRN was awarded an honorary Doctor of Philosophy by the National Institute of Technology, Kurukshetra, in 2020. With his extensive knowledge, expertise, and robust relationships across the entire ecosystem of Indian government agencies, foreign OEMs, and the private sector, Dr. SRN's contribution will be invaluable as we work towards expanding our domestic and global presence and enhancing our technological capabilities in this sector. Please join me in welcoming Dr. SRN. Dr. SRN, I request you to kindly walk us through your views and visions for Mistral and ACAD. Following your remarks, we will open the floor for questions.
Thank you, Sashi. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for attending this call. I'm Sampath Ravi Narayanan. I took over as lead director and chief mentor less than 6 weeks ago, to be precise, from October 25th. The mandate given to me was to take Mistral and ACAT to the next level, overall defense business to the next level, and integrate Mistral and ACAT seamlessly. So I would like to call it as providing a sustainable growth on steroids. Want to grow fast in a short time, in a sustainable way. So with that in mind, we had to revamp the leaderships, because we have to let go of the legacy mindset. Have to have the leadership team should have a shared vision, focus, and the team that should mutually trust each other, respect, and work with each other in sync for this accelerated growth. Okay. If I am the coach, sitting with me are my playing 11. So first of all, these 11 are my core leadership team, and they are all not outsiders. They are fully picked up from Axis Mistral ecosystem. Everyone here is part of Axis, at least served 5 years in Axis or Mistral. So that is what. So there is no outsider, because that also helps for a faster understanding and growth. That I just want to tell you. So let me just introduce Murali here. Murali Krishnan would be our new CEO and Mistral CEO. And Ms. Murali used to work in AXISCADES with me about between 2009 and 16. He built the complete Caterpillar account from scratch to about $22 million. And he built the Chennai and Hyderabad facilities. And also he's an extremely good leader and a VART in general. And currently he's working for a big company and he's handling about 4,000 people in a major activity that with a P&L of about $200 million. So Murali is going to be your nodal point for the future, and he will take care of the investor relationships along with the CFO in this. So he's going to be the single point contact, and Murali is going to be the go-to person. Okay. So along with me, we have Sharadi Babu, who is a veteran of AXISCADES, joined in 2008, has been in various positions, and was with me in winning the Airbus deal, signing the Airbus fuselage deal, and also Mirage upgradation program. And also he's doing the direct D2D, the direct to defense programs, and so on. And right now he's handling various other activities, especially with the foreign OEMs and direct to defense. And Mani, who is going to be the CTO, Mani has implemented the Mirage 2000. Mirage 2000 by far, not only that time, it was the biggest program, one of the most successful programs in Indian defense, especially mid-life upgrade. As you all might know, the upgraded Mirage were used in the Pulwama attack successfully. So it's one of the few programs which not only was upgraded well in time, but also was used and proved its merit. And Mani was a program leader and the program manager for the Mirage upgrade. And I'm associated with him for the last 34 years. And Mani is an extremely good technology person. So here, the veterans of Mistral, Selva and Ramanan are there. They are the core pillars of Mistral. Selva is there almost from the since inception. Both of them are there, providing the products and solutions respectively. They have been here for a long time, and they built this team, build everything technically for Mistral. So they are going to be here driving the core business of Mistral. So also with me, Vijay Bharat, who is running currently the Mistral's defense division as head of defense division. Along with him is Sunil. Sunil is an excellent marketing business development person, defense focused, is Mistral's top business development person. So they will form a team for Mistral part of defense business. Okay. Along with me also, so we have Satish Rao. He's from Bay Area. Basically, he's handling the chip to product strategy for me, for the whole thing, which we have elaborated in our note previously. And Gopal Kamath is taking care of the core semiconductor business. So there is a lot of synergy. Other two here are Wing Commander Vivek, who is going to drive the drone, that is anti-drone products, and Manjunath, who is going to do the test benches and ground systems. And two other important people who are going to support in everything, along with Sashi, is our CFO. And so Suresh has been a veteran of AXISCADES. We worked in the together for a long time. And Suresh has been understands defense domain very well for a CFO. He's been associated with the ACAD for a long time. So he will be the Mistral combined CFO. And the mandate for Dinesh Krishnamurthy, who is sitting here. Dinesh is again a chartered accountant and a finance person, but he has got a specific mandate from me to integrate the Mistral and ACAD on or before March 31st, completely seamlessly. Also move certain activities from here to Electronic City and so on. So he will be taking care of the integration and and also we are planning certain other new activities. He will be doing that. So this is my team, and these are all we have got specific tasks. So before that, I'll tell you that as I told, it is 6 weeks since I took over. So I've done a lot of things in the past 6 weeks. So specifically on 6 different areas, I'll just go through what all I have done. So then you will find out the rationale behind what we have done, what we have so far done. So mainly first major activity. Each category, subcategory of 3 activities I'll list, not more than that. So there will be totally 6 activities and 3 sub-activities totaling to 18 activities I've done since the last 6 weeks. The first one is to evolve a clear unmanned combat focus for us. So you might know already that we are the first and only supplier to have given the anti-drone systems to Ministry of Defense. And already 75 have been delivered, and December 27th we are planning to deliver another 27. With that, we will be the only company who have delivered more than 100 anti-drone systems to Indian Defense, which has already been deployed. Customer is extremely happy. So these are all portable with smart jammers. So we can go up in the value chain. Defense wants much more in the unmanned combat. Basically, they want added value in each of the anti-drone systems, which include spoofers, directed energy weapons, and the EW class RF detections, and 3D radars, etc., etc. So it is going to get bigger and bigger in terms of value. So being the first mover, and probably at this point of time, we are the market leaders. We want to maintain that if possible and want to grow. We are targeting a significant portion of defense spend on the anti-drone system in the next couple of years. That is our first major strategy within the unmanned. Second is developing the drones. As you know, Mistral has developed a fantastic mid-sized drone between 30 kgs to, which can carry up to payload of 30 kg to 70, 80 kgs and meet the defense requirements of high altitude. It has not been certified yet. Our focus is to get it certified ASAP, and then both we need a CEMELAC certification and DGCA certification, and totally find a way to assemble them and supply to Indian Defense. It is a competitive area. There are quite a few players already moved in, but we feel our product is good and we can get a sizable share in this market, especially for the defense logistics. And also it can be used for the combat also at some point of time, and we will probably redesign for that also. So Murali here, our CEO, because of his vast experience in mechanical and system integration, he will drive this project and also take care of the business development of drone programs. Okay. In the previous anti-drone, as usual, Babu and his team will take care of the anti-drone program. As far as one more thing, the third thing in the drones and third thing in the unmanned is drone controller we have built. We built, according to us, probably one of the world's best drone controller, which can handle up to 16 motors, and it is very comprehensive. So this drone controller is now going to be used as a first responder drone. The company, which we can call it as a Tesla of drones, basically an American company. So it is going to be deployed as a first responder drone. So this is going to be a feather in the cap that gives us an endorsement of what this product can do. Apart from that, this product is going to be used in the world's largest supply chain and logistics company in the world. And so this drone controller is one thing which we are trying to build our focus on. Maybe we are going to use it as a separate, sell it as a separate product across the world, and we are going to get it NATO certified and that is one of the focus again, and sell it across the world to various OEMs. In fact, Indian OEMs are also showing some interest in this. So this is one. So in summary, we are having in an unmanned combat, we are having anti-drone, drones and drone controllers. So two of this will be mainly we handle between Babu and the new CEO Murali. Okay. Then the next focus, this is first, the second one. Second one is we traditionally, when during my time, lot of things we did, our total success came from foreign OEMs, less from the Indian side, like Thales, MBDA, and that time DCNS. We had several accounts of foreign OEMs whom we worked with, large contracts, large offsets, and so on. Of course, those offsets were totally fulfilled, so there were no new offsets coming in. So one of the tasks I did as soon as I came is to focus on the foreign OEMs, met them individually, and ask for the work. Now I'm happy to say, as far as weapon systems are concerned, for the new Rafale, Marine Rafale, it would be the preferred offset partner for the weapon package. So we have already, I think, have a handshake on that, but we have to get it signed moment the Rafale, new Marine Rafale is signed. And another thing is on the avionics. Previously, we worked with in avionics, so we are trying to see the same company will work with us as an offset partner again for the Marine Rafale. And also, as you know, there's one good submarine program is going on. We earlier partnered with them. Currently, we are in the process of renewing our partnership. Again, as I say, we are not there. We have not signed anything yet. But again, we are well known to them. We say that probably it's for us to lose that. So we are trying to focus on and get that. So again, in the OEMs, we have a three-pronged, that is weapon package, submarine, and avionics. We are working on the three world's major companies, trying to get there. One company we are fairly comfortable, other two we are not well within the reach. Okay, just I want to tell you. At least we are making the attempt. Next, third one, we are focusing on new programs. So my passion is, of course, missiles, and apart from the aircraft and military aircraft and so on, but missiles, basically we are not into any major program so far. Actually, the major program is shifted. From the past, you would have heard so-and-so missile is there, so on. Now the government is rethinking the missile strategy after the two wars, Russian war and Israel war. So missile focus has been shifted right now. Right now, the hottest program is a different program. Okay, so I don't want to name it. We are trying to be part of that program. Okay, it is the largest missile program at this point of time. So we had the program director and his team visiting us, and probably they were happy to what they saw. So we are trying to get a sizable program, sizable project in that. Okay, at this point of time. So this is a new program we are going to add. I'm very confident about this program. Second is another missile program you all will know about, one of the famous programs, but it goes through an upgradation. So we want to be part of the upgradation. We have certain value, compelling value to that program. So we offered that. We'll see what happens. The third one is, of course, ground systems. We are not there. With the advent of Murali coming in, with this mechanical expertise, system expertise, we are pitching hard for certain important ground systems, vehicle-mounted ground systems, which has huge value in each missile program. So these are the three. Again, I'll repeat, in the new programs, all our missile programs, one is the largest missile program in India, another is an upgrade of the existing missile program, another is ground system for key programs. So these are the three things. And again, this will be driven by Murali. All the three will be driven by Murali because he's the Hyderabad, originally now he's from Hyderabad, and he knows the ecosystem very well. Plus, lot of things, these things are mechanical biased, so we'll be able to do it much better. Okay. Then the fourth one is our product focus. As I said, one of my goals of restructuring is product focus because we want to be a non-linear company. We want to be a global company. We want to have a scalable quality. These are all the basic mantras we have when we are trying to redefine this company. So product focus, we already have three fantastic products. Direction Finder, you might know, you have heard about in various discussions before. We have a very, very successful Direction Finder product. At this point of time, it goes into every major program, airborne program. But what excites me is the second, which is direct RF. which we are doing with one of the large major chip manufacturers in the world. We are making, and it's very successful. The direct RF eliminates few stages in the radar signal processing. That means it will make it lighter, better, and the real estate will be small, then it will be lighter, and it will be cost effective. We don't see a reason why defense would not. Defense would definitely use it for upgradation of their legacy systems, plus probably include this technology in every future RF program. That's what we think. It could be a killer product in the future if it is done right, and the product will be unveiled in January. We are having our hopes on that particular product, direct RF. Then there is, of course, our product X-band radar, which is primarily used in the submarine and marine systems. And we have successfully demonstrated that with the Indian defense, and we are hoping to get a bigger pie, both with India and foreign OEMs. We are pitching it. Currently, as we speak, we are in the discussion stage. As I again say, nothing is sure. We are all in the discussion stage. I'm just giving you a picture what all we are trying to do, attempt. Okay, what is going to be our focus? Which are the areas we are going to be focused? The next one, that is the fifth one, focusing again three things in that, is, as you know, we have a strong relationship with Airbus. I have a strong relationship with Airbus because Airbus engineering was started by me here. And Airbus, I had almost like 20 plus years, 30 plus years of experience, relationship with them. So quickly, in Airbus, we have major programs running in India, but we are not there in any part of it. One is, as you all know, it is C295, and which is going to be transportation aircraft. We are not there. Then other thing is MRTT, multi-role transportation tanker, which is going to be 330 based, which is there, and we are not there. Okay, and maybe it's still time to be there. And AVAX, of course, 319 based. So we are not in any of the Airbus military programs at this point of time. And so we are trying to work with the Airbus top management. Why not? Try to see whether we can find a way to get into these military programs. Get some pie in that. Okay, some portion of the pie in that. I've already met the people and voiced my request. So we have to see. Again, we are in a very, very preliminary stage. I cannot assure, but at least we are making attempt in these directions. Okay. Sixth, we are space. We want to get into Department of Space. Again, what I like about this defense and aerospace is they stretch the technology to the limits. Okay. That means if you are able to make a product for these two, you can make it for anything. Space is even more, okay, even more difficult. So that is why we just want to get into space. We have space presence is almost negligible or almost not there. I don't think we have built anything for the space in the recent times. So we ourselves cannot do it on our own. So we tied up with one of the exciting companies, all of you would know, new chip in the block, Agnicool. So we are trying with Agnicool, having an MOU with them and approaching the ISRO and other space agencies for two major things, NGLV, New Generation Launch Vehicle, and Bharatiya Space Station. So we want to add value to them significantly, and there could be opportunities in 3D additive manufacturing and designing of certain subsystem blocks, etc. Then there is also chances for electronics based algorithms and advanced systems, and for the guidance and navigation that product will be able to make. The third one is AI based anomaly detection in the launching. So we are working with specific requests for space. This is my sixth with certain requests, and we are pleased to say that we are at least in the ISRO chairman has agreed to talk to us and listen to us what we have to offer. That is where we are. We are just in the meeting stage at this point of time. I just want to say we are absolutely in an nascent stage. Nothing is here. So I would say these are the 18 initiatives have been launched by me in 6 different categories. And so this at this point of time. And here I want to tell you, you all know that you have been part of so various investor briefing in the past, and maybe every 3 months once you are listening to them, maybe 10-15 days back you listen to them. So currently you know in and out what are their goals, financial goals, targets, their current programs, etc., etc. So I want to reassure you everything is intact. Whatever has been promised until now, whatever the commitments made on the existing programs, not only will be met, it will be even more than, marginally more than what you want. So we are working hard to do that. The team here, Selva, Ramanan, and Vijay Bharat, and Sunil, along with Brigadier, along with Wing Commander Vivek and Manju, their job, this job of these 6 to deliver you that complete, whatever, we call it as a core. Our core activity will remain intact, and the growth activity is what I'm talking about. So the core will be delivered without anything, not even a penny less. Okay, we'll probably give a better result if possible. Okay, that is what we are planning to. So the growth, what I talked about, the 18 items are on the top of the core. So that is what I'm talking about. So this will be, and let me move to the C2P strategy, that is chip to product. That is Mistral's non-defense activity or our group's non-defense activity. See, I always believe one of the reasons, rationale behind, as Sashi said, a lot of good words about me, certain bad things he didn't tell. I lost everything in defense in 1998 because of the sanctions. 1998 May 12th was a black day in my life. 11th was Pokhran. 12th sanctions was announced. I lost almost everything. Every single defense order was cancelled. 6 years I was running from pillar to post to just save myself and the company. So basically, I don't want to put everything on defense. Even when I started AXISCADES, I said first I will focus on commercial aerospace, then we'll do defense. We are anyway, as a person passionate about defense, I want to reiterate, we are a defense first company, whether it is AXISCADES as a group or Mistral. We are a defense first company, there is no doubt about it. But do you want to put all our eggs in defense basket? No. We want to have 60 robust, 2/3 in defense and about 1/3 in other activities. Not only because once for my growth, we are talking about non-linear, scalable, but also global. We want to have global presence. We want to have knowledge from the outside the world because we want to bring in a lot of things what we have to learn. We have to have several other verticals for us to learn and then use it in the defense. So we need that. We need a strong global presence, and 40% of our activities will come from these. And because we have an extremely good team in the semiconductors area, chip to product area, we have a clear strategy. You would have heard about what we did in defense. I just want to add, there are 6 verticals again in the chip to product, apart from defense and aerospace. Then we have automotive, healthcare, consumer, industrial, and hyperscalers. Defense, we already mentioned to you. Defense, we are already doing. The company we are talking about, we are doing for drone controllers, is an American company. It is a homeland security company. You can categorize in the defense category. Such products can be used in the Indian market also. So we are learning from them. Probably we will implement. But the more exciting news comes from the other 5 activities. One is automotive. We are working with world's major automotive intelligence company for autonomous driving. It's going to be a big thing. They are already working with the world's largest automotive company. So we are going to be tier 2, tier 3 for them. We are the tier 2, tier 3 for them. Okay, already. So, and also we are working with one of the exciting automotive company for the same group of customers for autonomous driving, then SDVs and so on. So this is in the automotive side. We really have a good starting point. As far as healthcare is concerned, we are now doing a protein synthesizer using our chip to product along with AI-based analysis, etc. And also we are doing something for the kneecap surgery, etc. So from this to that, we have a good product range in the healthcare, with which we can develop our strategy. And consumer electronics, consumer product C2P, we are doing wearables, and we are also doing one exciting project, for example, is KidCo. We are doing where it's kids product. It's more of a product to teach kids in the fifth age using AI. So that product is developed on the board and etc. And then we are putting the AI, SLM and all of the top of it. Of course, industrial, we are extremely good in sensor fusion. So with that, we are trying to develop few products for industrial industry, especially MES, manufacturing execution system, automatic data collection, etc. And that has been very successful so far. We have an anchor customer to start with. We've been doing that. Hyperscalers, I just want to tell you, we are working with, currently we have engaged with the topmost logistics company in the world, topmost vehicle, that is automobile company in the world, the best and biggest automobile company in the world, topmost biggest tech company in the world, topmost and biggest semiconductor company in the world. Okay, these four not only are topmost in their category, if you will take topmost companies, these are the four top companies in the whole world. Okay, so we are pleased to say we are engaged with all of them, and three of them directly, one of them indirectly. Okay, through tier one. The other three, we have a direct PO from them. We are MSAs and we are working directly with them. So we are trying to build on that. So with the focus in mind, we are shifting the center of gravity of C2P to US. Basically, it will be driven out of US. We'll have a small team there and driving the offshore team here. That's the strategy. So we are planning to grow. We don't know whether we can grow as fast as the defense business, but we are going to put all our energy to grow and be there. That's what we are going to do. You may think I'm talking about a lot of things. I'm not spreading too thin. If you carefully listen, we are only talking about two areas, defense and semiconductors, our core areas as always. And we are only talking about 6 of the core expertises. What are they? RF. We are very, very good in RF. We consider we are among the best in India for RF and RF activities. Second is probably we are one of the best in handling mixed signals. We can handle analog, digital, RF, everything together. That is one of our forte. Third is sensor fusion. We can handle multiple sensor. Sensor fusion comes very, very handy when you deal with multiple sensor in a new AI environment, in new robotics or auto-driven and those kind of things. We are extremely good in poised. Then we are very good in ruggedization. We are, especially because we are very defense focused, we can ruggedize any product and do that. And finally, that we are very good in the chip level, post silicon, whatever it is, validation, verification, and take the chip to the product and then product to the customers. So if you look at it, our major focus, how are we going to scale up? That is a big question. Because currently we are working with the major 3 or 4 silicon manufacturers. We want to scale up with a number of others. Last 2 weeks we have been meeting the world's some of the largest silicon manufacturers, and we are already trying to talk to them. Maybe we can start getting some pilots from them. Apart from that, we are trying to climb the value chain. So far, our chip to product strategy, we take a chip and then make a board out of it. Okay, and for different purposes. Pretty much a hardware job. Then, apart from that, we used to add sometimes the embedded and system software and so on. Right now, we are trying to add the SLMs. That is small language module, make it AI ready. Okay, AI compatible. So we are going to climb all the way to the value chain. Other than that, earlier we used to do only 1 prototype or 2 prototype and be with that. But we were never hand holding the end customer. Right now, our plan is to go all the way. Basically, whole 9 yards. Basically, right now we'll build the board, add software. Then we will make the prototype ready fully, and then we will go through the validation and certification. Then we will do the batch production. That's what we plan to do. So we will go all the way so that until the customer raises money, the small guys, for example, in the example like I don't know whether I can talk about it or not. So basically, we are planning to at least attempting to do things. Okay. So this is what we are planning. So we are trying to increase our engagement vertically and horizontally and want to multiply this. So this is the total plan. And in this mission, the person who are helping me are, of course, Satish Rao and then Gopal Kamath, who's sitting here, have done an excellent job in that. And Mani here, our CTO, is going to be focused totally, razor sharp focus on the growth areas. He's going to build the SLM team, software team. He's going to support the backend for whatever they want. A complete growth strategy, a complete C2P strategy will be driven by Mani. Apart from trying to sort of get the technical, fill the gaps in the technical parts and then adding more the team strength, etc. So that's what Mani's role and activity is going to be. So everybody has a defined role, and we found a lot of common things and synergy. And as I said, others, they already defined the roles for Dinesh and Suresh. Suresh will drive the P&L, ensure that whatever we commit is happening and so on. So this is what I wanted to say. Okay. So one more thing, we want to sort of have this is synergy between ACAT and Mistral. Now we are talking about ACTL and this combined entity. So that there should be a synergy between ACTL, our parent company, and Mistral ACAT. So it has to be dovetailed properly. In order to do that, we are bringing a new COO for the ACTL. ACTL is AXISCADES parent company. So this COO is a veteran of aerospace, well known, and he has delivered everything, and the customers love him. The big aerospace company like him a lot. So it will be a fantastic addition to the team. It will be really, he can make a difference once he joins. So he will be added to the team. Also, we are excited to have him because he understands, he has worked with us, and so we can work with him a lot, and he will understand the synergy and build the synergy. Example, I'll tell you what is. So ACTL has a lot of experience with the Airbus standards, etc. But same aircraft is being used. A319 they understand, but the same is used as AWACS. So if we get the program, it has to be implemented in ACTL. Another thing I'm talking about, for example, I'm just giving an example. If we are going to do a big ground system, which has an antenna mounted on the top of a huge structure, etc., it requires a lot of analysis, etc., and so that ACTL will do. So we are trying to have somebody who will understand our requirements, are extremely strong, knowledgeable, sharp, smart, and has a commands respect, mostly commands respect from all major OEMs abroad. And because, as we said, that we are not looking at we are a long-term people, but we want somebody who can deliver also in short term, also in medium term. So this person can do that. Okay. Apart from that, this new introduction, we are also trying to revamp the board. This one we are already doing. The reason is we want every board member to be a brand ambassador. We want them to be our salesperson in a way. So they have to really pick up and call somebody. Here is the company I want you to work with. He should be that much connected in the industry. He should also, his name should evoke some respect and acknowledgement from the customer and the people we are going. He should be at least among the 360 degrees. Either he should be known to the customer, or his name should invoke respect to the future employees. Okay, this guy is there in the board, I want to join this company. So like that. So I want to, or subcontract anybody, even for the investors. Today, the focus only is based on the investors, but we want to have the other two segments, which is customers and employees also should be inspired by the board. So we are looking at Mistral, we are trying to do that way, whatever we can get. And I don't know, probably ACTL must do the same thing, in my opinion. Okay. So this is what it is. Thank you for listening. Now everything is over.
Yeah.
I'll hand it over to Sashi.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. SRN. So we will now open the floor for questions.
Thank you very much. We'll now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and one on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and two. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Participants, you may press star and one to ask a question. First question is from the line of Rahul Jain from RJ Advisors. Please go ahead.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. So just wanted to know, like, how will defense and AI go together?
Mr. Jain, I will tell you a few facts. Today, world's largest defense company is not Lockheed Martin or Northrop or Boeing. It is Palantir, which is an AI company. Okay, just beaten Lockheed as the largest defense company and contractor. India 2022 unveiled the Indian defense, unveiled the AI plan. Today, it's an intelligent warfare, no longer dogfight, man-to-man combat. So it's more of an intelligent warfare. especially what has happened after the Israeli war and so on. So much focus is on AI. For example, every EW system is now changed as a AI-based system. So it has to now moving to a AI. Every major, if you want to kill a drone, okay, if you want an anti-drone system, it is totally AI-based today, because today it is going to be fitted with AI-based recognition systems, advanced 3D radars which are AI-based, and EW class RF detection which will be AI-based, and the directed energy weapons which will be AI-based. If you look at the new combat system, it will have a lot of AI. So we want to be AI ready. We want to learn. We want to implement that. So we are proud to say we have a clear advantage in AI, because we are already doing in the automotive and other sectors. We would like to implement the AI into this. So we are AI ready. We are implementing them into already started implementing those programs.
Okay. And my second question is like, what will be the investment outlay required, and how are you going to fund the same?
Yeah, it's a very good question. So basically, one thing I'll say, the biggest challenge I'm facing here in Mistral ACAD is that lack of manufacturing. Okay, not only we are taken as an engineering side and all. Mistral has been doing product solution for a long time using subcontractors, because until now it doesn't matter, because it didn't matter to the defense, because whether you have manufacturing skills or you have anything, or you have a PCB assembly stations or anything, they don't care. As long as you have the knowledge, you design and you can implement, you can integrate the system, you can prove the system. That's what defense wanted. But today, being the competition, there is too much of competition. They are trying to filter out the companies which does not have the manufacturing. So one of the excuse of filtering out. In fact, we are missing out on few big opportunities. That's why we could not get into major DCPPs for lack of manufacturing. So one thing I want to correct immediately, we want to make an investment, either acquiring a defense class manufacturing company, or we want to build it from the scratch. Building, there is no time. So one of my immediate tasks, I'm interested with the team, of course with Mani and Dinesh, is to make sure that along with our CFO, to identify, we already identified a few players, and then get something if possible in the next quarter or so. So that is something which immediately, that is an investment we require. Second investment, of course, as I told, that software, we need to build a strong AI-focused software team for defense and all. We identified about, in fact, defense website lists some of the priorities in AI for defense very elaborately, and they have mentioned a lot of non-defense also, but 100 plus items they mentioned. They have just mentioned like alloy development through AI, IOBT, Internet of Battle things, which is going to be AI-based. Predictive maintenance of gunfire using AI. They mentioned AI-based target identification, then swarm drone AI. So they have given a list of things which they are going to want people to focus on. Many of our competition, currently they are very busy, they are not focused. So we thought we would set up the team, what the direction MOD is giving. So in this line, we want to set up a huge AI excellence, center of excellence that would feed into defense, upgrade all our defense programs with AI capability. So that is one of the things. It requires a lot of investment. That is the second one. Third, we want to upgrade our US operations. We want to have an onshore operations so that we want to be close to the customers. So we want to keep it. So that also will require another investment. So these are the three major ticket items for me, for us to consider. So this really requires an investment. We'll approach you in appropriate time when there is investment is required. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. Next question is from the line of Darshan Shah from M&A Associates. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much for the management and sir for all your detailed insights. It was really helpful. You mentioned to the previous participant that manufacturing may be one of your key challenges. I just wanted to understand what may be some other key challenges that you foresee in your strategy to take Mistral to a new level.
See, one major challenge is competition is extremely strong than 10 years back. Okay, you know the competition. Competition field is strong. It is like an IPL team. Anybody can win on a given day. There are a lot of this thing. In fact, we precisely have 8 players whom we consider as along with us who consider as competition. So that is one thing. So we need to tweak our strategies. We need to sort of avoid direct conflicts. Go to the areas where we play to our strengths. That's what I would say, and play more to the home pitch basically, like home advantage, which is our anti-drone, our RF. So we are trying to do that to sort of, we're not shying away from the competition to just win, and there is no point in unnecessarily fighting and losing. So we are looking at certain strength areas. Whatever I mentioned here is strong areas where we are either number 1 or number 2 or maximum number 3. We are trying to avoid the areas where we are not immediately at that level. So that is one big area. The competition is a big challenge. And of course, second, I just feel that is one major challenge we have to see. And of course, the facility and infrastructure and investment and those things. I'll just put these 2 are the main key things.
Thank you, sir. So I think going on to your competition, I think this was around my second question also, where you mentioned in your speech that you, despite competition, you see strong prospects in your defense logistics. And also I think a lot more companies in the recent transcript, one of the companies has also announced that it's also getting into anti-drone business. So what sets AXISCADES and your experience apart with your current competition? So any 4 or 5 qualitative metrics, if you can just help us, that'll be much better. Thank you.
So one is, as you know, the now defense anti-drones are mostly emergency purchases. When you go to emergency purchases, they limit to somebody who has already proven, been there, done that. So we have a huge advantage because we are the been there, done that. So competition can aspire, but we are already there. They are so that is there already there. So that means, what does it mean? We'll definitely get, if only 3 people have to get a RFP in a particular program, we'll be one among them. Okay. The other 2 can be anybody, but first guy will be us because we have the proven track record and we are this. So if it is for us to lose, if we are one among the 3 and not even able to get 33%, I should not be in this job. Okay. So, and that's what is my optimism. And I'm not saying no arrogance, but at least we are there. In some place we are in a pole position, and that is fortunately for us, that is something is the grow area. It is hyper growing area, and there is a lot of demand and an emergency purchase. EP area. EP area is something not an open tender where it goes only for a limited handful of people. So we are happy to be in that club. That's the optimism I have. Okay. And of course, I'm backed by a fantastic team and front product range. One more thing, maybe I'll go a little technical. Okay. The anti-drone systems today are looking at various other things. As I said, currently they are only making it as a portable and non-portable. Now they are wanting it as a vehicle weapon mounted, then air and ship mounted, even drone mounted. So if you look at it, where it is being mounted is one differentiation, where we are already there. We can do things with air and ship and drone, we are already there. And vehicle mounting, we are talking about drone systems, the similar programs we are talking about, there we have a certain differentiators. And the future anti-drone system will be based on a strong RF knowledge. Because it's all about jamming, it is all about identifying through RF, advanced RF detections. So 3D radars will be required. We already have certain things. Some UW class RF detection will be required, and location finding will be required. Spoofers will be required. As I said, you need AI to do the directed energy defense. Not only we are doing soft kills, we should do hard kills. When it goes to hard kill, there is a lot of AI required. So go very technically. So we are trying to gear up to meet the challenge. Either way, we should be definitely among the top 3 in terms of technology, market placement, etc. At this point of time, we should not allow any other to overtake us. That is the biggest challenge. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for all your detailed answer. Puts a lot of things into perspective. All the best to you and the team. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is from the line of Sanjay Kumar from iThought PMS. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. First, excellent articulation of your vision. Appreciated for the detailed explanation. But it was more about the future. We were worried about the near term and a bit of medium term. So I have some questions around it. Given the leadership changes or the transition, if you were to put it that way, are there any changes to our existing pipeline of 4,000 to 5,000 crores kind of design wins that we have won so far, be it awaiting production or be it under development? And what would be the impact of the transition with the large PSUs, given defense is a people first, relationship-based business more than capabilities? So any impacts to approvals for any of the programs that we are already part of? Or simply is the 4,000, 5,000 crore design wins number still intact?
You asked for a change. Yes, there is a change. It's upward change. It's going to be better. Let me tell you, everything, every single projection is intact. There is absolutely no collateral damage. Absolutely no collateral damage. Q3 will meet or exceed the number. Q4 will meet or exceed the number. I'm not supposed to. Sashi warned me not to give any guidance because you asked me. I just want to make sure you understand that. Absolutely, there is nothing. You mentioned that there is, yes, relationship based. There are certain relationships they can note, and we have much better relationships. Okay. So I've also built everything on relationships, and relationships. We have taken this, and we have discussed with our customer before making this decision. We have to be, because I am answerable to the board, answerable to my investors before making every decision. Even I want to change a small local level engineering person or a low, and I'm talking about mid-level engineering person, I will think twice. When we are going to make sweeping changes, I need to take our customer into confidence, meet all of them, talk to them, find out, and I will assure you absolutely there is no collateral damage. If at all, there is a increase. The morale is better. Customers are generally happy because we are directly connecting to them. No offense to the people. But what I am saying is, we have working as a team. Things are much better. And the PSUs you mentioned about DRDOs, they have equal connects and much better connects. Okay, I would say. And don't please be assured that everything will be delivered. The old programs, as I reiterated, they are intact, and we are actually trying to increase the number of programs and also value per program. So we are on track to do that. In fact, I can say, since this decision has been taken October 25th, and the team, our defense team, led by Sunil, Vijay, and also Mani, met at least 4 Director Generals of Defense, DGs, which handles different departments. They were very happy to receive and provide all the supports. In fact, one of the lab now wants to give some kind of TOT which never they gave before. And our major POC customer, couple of them are extremely happy. They are trying to sort of work more engagements with us. So everything is intact. I will reassure you, there is not a single upset in this whole thing. Okay. And you will see that in the results, Q3 and Q4. Okay. Right.
Got it. Thank you for that. That gives confidence. Just an extension. In the Q2 call, Shashi and Arun sir announced our ambition of 60% revenue from defense business over the next, say, 18 months. Now that implies that our defense revenues will double from the current levels in the next 18 months. I'm just trying to develop confidence if this is possible, or is there any delay in those targets? Can we get to 60% revenue from defense in the 18 months, or should we look at a much longer time period?
See, I really, I'll put it this way, basically. And currently, our aerospace and defense, as a group put together, we are at more than 60%. 60% or more. That will, aerospace and defense put together will go to 66% or so on. Capabilities, everything is same, similar. And defense, will it increase? Yes, will increase in a big way, more than robust. I can assure you the target for me, I given to myself, it should be much more than the industry average. Okay, that is what I am telling to myself. Okay. So I don't know the ratio because we are talking about not about me. It can happen in three different ways. One is ACTL. I don't want to undermine ACTL performance because ACTL also will perform. What if they perform much better than this? Then my 60% that is a moving target for me. So what I would say is independently of what you are asking, defense will have one of the best growth years for AXISCADES, Mistral, ACAD in the next 2 years. That I can assure you in the history of our company. And it would be, if you see our competition and our peers, I want to be more than the average, much more than the average. These are the two goals I have given to itself. Exceed ourselves, exceed the competition. This, let me put it this way. Okay.
Got it. And I have two program-specific questions, sir. First on...
Sir. Only one request to me. Because I don't want to see, I'm little uncomfortable on program specific. So what we are trying to do is to help you. We are going to open a IQ at mistrals.com. Okay, mistralsolutions.com is for the query. Because we need to reveal, I don't want to be revealing too much about the program information. Actually, there are a lot of things have been done. What happens is once we say that, the competition goes there and tries to this thing and so on. So what I want you to do is, I really respect you and then want to give you whatever it is. You are an investor, you have every right to know what you are doing. So at the same time, without anything, I don't want it to be, because these are all recorded and thrown in the public domain. I just don't want to do that. So please write to us on IQ at mistralsolutions.com. We'll give that, our coordination will do that. We will give a detailed reply with program specific information to you. Anybody, please listening, please come to us. We will tell you exactly what we are doing in the program specific. You are free to ask. Keep it confidential. It will be only to you. Okay. Of course, we need to get the person's background before we answer that. It should not be some customer or competition posting and asking that question. So we need to do some scrutiny and do this. Kindly put up with us. But we definitely want to answer you. We value you and definitely will do that. Okay. And we'll do it quickly. I've assigned all the respective team leads. Kumar, it will just go to them and they will answer it comprehensively.
Thank you very much. Sanjay Kumar, I will request to come back for a follow-up question. Next question is from the line of Darshil Zaveri from Crown Capital Partners. Please go ahead.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Thank you so much for taking my question. So firstly, thank you so much for explaining everything in such details. Hope I'm audible, sir.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Hi, sir. So just wanted to know, like now we've, I think we are very bullish on our defense. So just wanted to know, like in Q2, our margins has suffered a bit comparatively. So just wanted to know, going ahead, how do we see H2, right? Like we wanted to get like around 150, 160 crores of EBITDA. So what will be our target for H2 as well as FY26, sir?
Yeah, so essentially the Q2 margins were a bit compressed. The reason being that our automotive vertical, which essentially is the result of the acquisition which we made in Germany, and their relationship with Volkswagen has taken a degrowth, and that's the reason why there was a bit of a compression in EBITDA margins. And the automotive vertical will continue to be a kind of a tepid growth or a bit of an undergrowth sector in this year. And with respect to the H2 numbers, you see what happened in H1 with respect to the production of the production revenues of defense was around 78 crores. So a majority of the production revenues with respect to defense is going to come in H2, and that's how we are going to bridge the gap as far as revenue and margins are concerned.
So
H2 is a growth sector for growth. I would say hop year for us.
Okay. So we've given, I think, a guidance outlook of 160, 170 crores earlier for EBITDA for this year, and next year around 160, 180 crores PAT. So will we be able to achieve that, or how would we look at it, sir?
Yes, we have given that guidance, and we hope and we are working towards, I would say, meeting that guidance. But with respect to the, I would say, as I said, the automotive vertical, which kind of came as a surprise in terms of how it degrew. Perhaps it may move by a year, but we are sticking to that guidance.
See,
okay,
I will just add something because Sashi may not like that. But in this year, that is H1, H2, whatever Sashi said, I can only say defense portion, that is Mistral plus ACAT, whatever guidelines Sashi has given, we'll try to honor. Okay, definitely. And whatever guidelines he has given for the next year, our overall, we'll try to honor. Basically, we'll not try to honor. We have planned to honor. Okay, we have honored, meet that and exceed. Okay, I don't know the numbers, but you mentioned it. So I believe that in our internal strategy, it's reachable. So I don't want to get into this, but basically I would like to say, you can be rest assured, we are in the right path.
Okay. Fair enough, sir. And just like wanted to know, like in terms of defense, what margins do we typically have? Like if it's going to constitute like around 60% of our business, so we can see a lot of leveraging of growth, right? So I just wanted to know what margins do we have, and because there might be some competition heating up, can we maintain those margins?
See, there are three aspects I would say to the margin. One is which stage, what is our costing, what is our BOM, bill of material, or what is that? Is it our product or which is a product we buy from outside? Wherever our product is used, for example, direct RF or direction finders or this expand radius, the margins will be very high. Normally much higher. Okay, it can be something very big because we already have the product, IPs are factored in, so we are to sort of leverage the technical edge we have. Okay, there the margins will be quite high, and also it's a differentiator. Competition won't come in, so we will not be able to face much competition and so on in these cases. And whereas if there is the same thing holds good for the new areas, emergency procurement areas, where there is a lesser amount of field, there is also a competition. Of course, majority of the items will be highly competitive. We need to sort of see the field and ensure that, because winning is everything. So we'd like to rather win that and so on. So overall, it will be healthy.
You see, there are two aspects which I've been repeating in all the earnings call. You see, there is a prototype production which happens, which is essential for us to get into future programs. And that is a highly competitive area, and usually do about anywhere between 78 to 90 crores of prototype revenues, which essentially is taken at a loss. The reason being, at that point in time, our only objective is to get into the program, which will kind of play out over 5 to 6 years. Now, the other one is with respect to the production revenues, which result out of the entire prototype certified, I would say pipeline, as somebody talked about, which is about 4,000, 5,000 crores. If you look at that, that comes at a high margin, upwards of 24%. And that is where the production revenues are gathering pace. If you look at FY23, the total production revenues were 38 crores, and the prototype revenues were 109 crores. And if you look at FY24, the total production revenue went up from 38 crores to 112 crores, which came at about 24 to 25%, I would say, EBITDA margins. And if you look at H1 of this financial year, in the very first half year, we have done about 78 crores in production revenue, which again came at an EBITDA margin of upwards of 25%. So going forward, the blend between prototype and production revenue, the production revenue is going to gather pace, which is going to kind of improve the blended revenue. At the same time, we cannot stop the prototype, I would say, production to kind of cease altogether, because it is the one which feeds into the future order pipeline for us. So going forward, because of the fact that the blend between prototype and production revenues are changing and production revenues gathering pace, the blended margins will keep on increasing.
Another one thing I want to add is the biggest EBITDA or the profit earner in the defense systems are the OEMs. Okay, nobody to beat OEMs. There is no competition, nothing. Always the reference prices are foreign prices. So in the past, we had major margins through the OEMs. One challenge is to increase our engagement with the OEMs. So we are working on all pronged, as I said. We are also engaging with the OEMs and see how the profitability can be increased. Not because of anything, that gives a leverage to get R&D, allocate R&D budgets for more and more programs. So as Sashi rightly said, we keep the blended above certain targets, but the major profit earners, or I'll say number one, is the OEMs, followed by the proven production orders, then the R&D order. Okay. And one more could be is a TOT converter. So that also we are working on. Please go on.
we lose you? Dropped off.
There.
Huh?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
Thank you. Participants requesting to restrict to 2 questions per participant. The next question is from the line of Aman Vij from Astute Investment Management. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hi, team. So, sir, I understand you don't want to talk about program-wise all those things, but I just wanted to understand a broad number, which is in terms of order inflows. So that is an important metric that all companies share, irrespective of whether they are in any segment or another. So if you can talk about what kind of order inflows are we expecting for FY25 and 26?
Shashi, can you talk about the already projected for FY 20?
If you look at our Q2 earnings call, we talked about the order inflows of around 121 crores as our total order booking for Q2, and we sit on an order book, confirmed order book of around 450 odd crores, which is going to get executed between this year and next year. And more orders are getting booked as we speak.
And I can add to this.
Yeah.
I can add to this this may not have factored the anti-drone.
The new orders which are getting
Huh?
these are all the things.
Orders in hand, the new anti-drones are not added. If you add that, you can safely assume at least a 30% over and above this. Okay. Just I would say, even that is a very safe assumption to have.
So just to again kind of give a flavor to the numbers, we started the quarter on the 1st of July at 322 crores. We execute, the order inflows for Q2 was 121 crores, and then we executed about 66 crores of those orders, and we are sitting on an order book of around 377 crores as of 30th September.
Yeah, sir. So those numbers you had shared in the call also. So I was looking for a number in terms of order inflow expected for the remaining of this year and for FY26, because we would broadly have understanding in terms of programs and timelines and all those things. So, for example, 2 of our big peers, everybody may have shared this. In terms of range is also okay. The order inflows expected for the remaining year and for next year. This is the question.
Okay, so let me answer this. Okay, we are having 3 low-hanging items at this point of time. One, of course, I've been repeatedly telling about anti-drones. The addressable market is about currently for FY up to FY26 is about 900 crores. Okay, that is what we have visibility of. This include the new repeat orders of what we already have. Possibility are similar. I will not say repeat. It's not assumed so. There is a possibility of similar orders, upgradation for the existing thing. That is almost very low hanging for us because we already delivered. So they're looking for upgrade, and we should be the first choice. And there are new programs which is coming in. So currently, as of now today, my estimated market or visibility numbers for the anti-drone system are 900 crores. I would say, filtering out everything, there are 3 very serious competition, including us. That is, we are 3 in the field. Maximum 3 will get to court. So it is, if you are fair to assume that we get 1/3 of this, we are looking at a 300 crore order book for the FY26 to be implemented on anti-drone alone. Okay. So this is my thing. I don't know because, as I said, I don't want to talk too much about the numbers, but because you are insisting, but that doesn't mean that we didn't, we have calculated, we are going through every day with our team. So this is our number as far as anti-drone is concerned. As far as marine rafale is concerned, 26 marine rafales are no being done. Offset obligations are there. Offsets have to be fulfilled about in a matter of maximum 3 years. So we are looking at the total weapons package plus this, there should be, and we are looking at about at least about 30 crores per year on the minimum on the OEM side. Again, there is as I said, there is a moonshot item which is submarines, which comes through. This will change the numbers drastically. And on the large, there is one more low-hanging fruit, new program, which is not listed in the past. We are also looking at sizable numbers. So what I would say is, you know the numbers in the past, what has been given to you. I would say there will be an addition of, I'm saying overall, addition of about 50% minimum on those numbers for FY26.
So as we explained, the quantum of production revenues and the production orders are, as a direct result of the certified prototypes which we have won over the last, 6 to 7 years, which is about 5,000 crores. And the pace at which it is getting sweated out and getting into order book has kind of risen. As I told you, last year the total value of production orders from this order pipeline was 112 crores. It may be, the various radar subsystems which we are supplying and various telemetry and sonar systems which are supplying. And this year, the same value of production would be actually double that of what happened last year. So this particular order pipeline is now getting sweated and is resulting in production orders, and it's going to gather pace. Apart from whatever on top of this, in terms of what Dr. SRN just now explained.
Thank you very
So
much.
we are, yeah.
Sorry, sir. Go ahead.
No. There's a A component, B component, C core components which Shashi already gave you numbers and all. B is going to be the efforts of what we are doing right now. And I explained both the numbers. You can add it together.
Thank you very much. Aman, I'll request to join the queue again for a follow-up question. A request to all the participants, kindly restrict to 2 questions per participant and join the queue again for a follow-up question. The next question is from the line of Dhruv Shah from Ambika FinCap. Please go ahead.
Hi team, thank you for the opportunity and so really detailed overview on the defense side. So I have a question on the semiconductor. You rightly mentioned about the 2 large US-based manufacturers. So how I see it is we haven't scratched the surface, and you rightly mentioned that we don't only want to be focused on defense. So can you just elaborate on the opportunity size on the semiconductor side of Mistral?
It's very huge at this point of time. And what we are seeing is currently, I think, as you know, the old numbers are there to speak. We are doing about roughly around $15 million roughly on the semiconductor side. And we have a chance to double it in the next year if we do things properly. So, and we are doing it in 2 ways. First, we are working only with about 4 major semiconductor manufacturers at this point of time. One contributes for the 80% of our 70%, and other Qualcomm. We are doing with mostly with TI and Qualcomm. That is the 2 major semiconductor players we are working with. And there are we have just started putting our foot in NVIDIA, and we are also trying to work with some other players. Now, of course, with other major players, with Intel we are working with. So there are 4 we are currently working with. And biggest advantage for us, we are already established, we have references, we are well known in the market. I would proudly say, unlike defense, there is no competition here. We are extremely well known. Our main competition is kind of a major, say, Me Too company. That is the companies which provide semiconductor, also one of the services. It could be HCL, it could be Tata Elxsi, it could be KPIT. I don't want to name names, but say. But these some of them are niche, some of them are large companies which also have semiconductor practice. So here we are having a niche and we have a unique advantage. So one of the things we want to do is have a hyper growth in these segments. In order to do that, we need to add more semiconductor players, companies, chip companies to start working with us. So we met about 4 of them in the last 10 days. Along with my colleague Satish Rao, who is from Fremont, and along with Gopal Kamath, who is sitting out of Dallas, Texas, and he's in the Bay Area. We are working a robust strategy to take it forward and have a hyper growth on this. So A, increasing the more engagement with the semiconductor companies. B, adding more verticals to that. C, climbing it's a tube, climbing the value chain by focusing sharply on AI-based services, GenAI especially, with large SLM and LLM and so on support and so on. So we do believe strongly we have a good chance or path to grow it to almost double. At least we are looking at a good growth. reasonably very high growth we are looking at. Of course, it needs the investment. It needs development center here for the software. It needs a onshore center at somewhere in the US. So there is always time taken for all these things. But I'm saying that with all these things, we are a niche player. This is a very important thing. So we are working to improve this. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Kiran from Table Tree. Please go ahead.
Hi, good evening, sir. Thank you so much. This is a brilliant call, explaining a lot of stuff. Sir, one of my fundamental doubts is, from whatever I'm hearing, and maybe I've got it wrong, but basically chips to product and the defense 5,000 crore order book, all these strong foundations were laid by the Mistral team, including the leadership. So if you could just explain, it seems like we are delivering more in the next 2 years, and given your push, I'm sure there's a faster delivery, more programs and more value per programs. But if you could just tell me couple of reasons why the leadership got changed, because that was one of the prime reasons why we brought them in the first place, and we've been in AXISCADES for very long. So just trying to understand the severe disconnect between what happened 5 years back or 3 years back and what has happened now.
See, as we speak, first is, I'll say that the Mistral, I think the acquisition process got completed in 2022. December. And then there was the main person was running, was already left. And by that time, and we were in the second, the next group came. If you say, yes, I appreciate Mistral, there are a lot of strong points. A lot of the people are extremely good. One of the best I work with. I really appreciate the team building is superb, and some of the core areas they work is very unique. I'm very proud to say Mistral is. And the person who left in the beginning, who was the main founder and the visionary, is already left. It is about 9 months back or 1 year back. So since then there is a vacuum. There are people who are executing it. We felt they lack the same drive and vision. Moreover, all of them are, I'll say, there is no need of, because most of the top ownership, I put it that way, there is no fire in the belly because most of them are, in terms of financial, they're extremely secure and well off. I would say, I may be wrong, but to have a drive, you have to have a need. There is no need, there is no matter drive. There was a big lack in the drive. Okay, and as you know, there was a bitter battle in trying to sort of take this thing and so on. Legal cases took place in the past. That also has left some kind of bad blood or misunderstanding between a little bit of the team level. So all these things led to, if you cannot it's a conflicting and this kind of things I felt. And anyway, the whole arrangement was that once anybody takes over, they would like to put their own team and run it. It's fair thing, no? So I would, when I came here, even otherwise, we should have done it in much before. Okay, so they should have handled. So we didn't. There is no animosity. Basically, we felt that we want to have a smooth transfer, and we should have our way. And moreover, the strategy, I would say that the chip to product strategy is our strategy. It is not before. Though there were elements of the strategy put together as a focus and strategy, and trying to expand is purely ours, basically. And put it on the high growth path, finding the synergies, make things better is us. And also we come with a more larger defense background, so we can leverage that base. And I would say I really appreciate, especially the founders, the key founders' contribution to making Mistral. I'll say key takeaways. I would try to put it on record. We've done an excellent job in, first of all, human resources. We have arguably one of the best team in place. And second thing is probably a good relationships with OEMs and others. But having said that, defense going and the focus and so on, I will put it this way, very distinct. Mistral was made for selling to another. This was not going to be a public company. They always wanted to sell and exit. Okay, so Mistral is designed for sell and exit.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Got it.
please stay connected. The line for the management drop. Participants, please stay connected while we rejoin the management back to the call. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We have the line for the management reconnected.
Sure, sir. So, understood, sir. Mr. was made for selling is where the argument ended. Hello?
Yeah, go on. You see, essentially, the company completed the acquisition of Mistral in December of 2022. So at that point in time, the promoters actually requested us to part ways, but it was a project-based company. We wanted to first understand the various projects which were going on. Of course, the second line of Mistral, below the promoters, all the senior executives are extremely prudent in terms of every single step of the way as far as the execution of these programs are concerned. But the time came where, I would say after close to about 1.5 years, 2 years of we taking over the company, we thought that we should have a different set of mindset to drive the enormous growth opportunities as what we have, as what was explained by Dr. SRN earlier.
Got it, sir. So, sir, then I have a question, not related to the first question, sir. Our 5,000 crore order book is primarily like 60% or 70% is on the Sukhoi and the Tejas programs. And Tejas programs, we started with the 24th aircraft, then it became the 37. Now we are hearing it's the 51st aircraft. Sukhoi, obviously, we have not yet got the approvals and the RFPs is not kicked off. So, I'm just trying to understand, outside of these two programs, are we seeing a large delta? Because Sukhoi and Tejas probably is about 4,000 out of the 5,000 crore order book or order pipeline. So if Tejas continues to get delayed and Sukhoi obviously keeps getting delayed as well, then what is our, is there anti-drone is the solution to our order pipeline?
Yeah, and it's not a solution. It is definitely a new program, new big one. So currently, Sunil, can you explain on what the order build and how you would like to go about and how are you going to increase the core activities? Sunil is with me. Again, he's been there for a long time. He was the main chief marketing person for Mistral earlier and now. So he's the person who is responsible for all these order books. Sunil will explain.
Yeah, so we also
Sunil,
yeah.
sir, sorry to interrupt you. So there is a slight static from the line. Let me disconnect and reconnect the line, please. Participants, please stay connected while we rejoin the management back to the call. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. We have the line for the management reconnected. Sunil, sir, you may proceed.
Yeah. Yeah, so essentially, Sunil, the question is, there are two programs which predominantly make up this order pipeline of around 5,000 crores, which is about 130 LCA program and about 250 Sukhoi program. The question is, if these get delayed, are we still confident of achieving the numbers, and what is that which we foresee for these order pipeline?
So that is the
Yeah.
So there are new programs which we have been working on, like AVAX Mark II and QRSAM. So these will fill in most of the numbers which have been predicted. So should I add? Basically, yes, because of course I believe in AVAX. But I would say the three programs I talked about, because we are talking about the anti-drones are all direct to defense because we are working with MOD. So they are very different kind of programs. These are all through DRDO and PSC. So I will categorize in a different category. Most of the pipeline in the past, we have given all the 4,500, 5,000 have been given through the DRDO/PSUs. So in that you are right, because totally towards aircraft. Two aircraft programs, which is Sukhoi Brigade and the LCA Strategies. But that is why we are trying to mitigate the risk not by anti-drones, but through the DRDO PSU sources, that is working on large missile programs. According to me, the biggest missile program which is going to happen or happening now is a different program, which I can share with you if your email ID and so on. You all might know we are very much trying to get into part of this. We will have few wins in that. We already have been considered in that. So that should really not only back up for any drop in these two or delay in these two, not only compensate but help us to exceed, because these are all post these two wars. This particular missile program is very urgently required. This is an accelerated program. We are proud to say we are very much part of it, and we have a good value in that, in the leverage in that. So we are going to sort of, that will more than compensate if there is any delay. Okay. So I can send the program details to Mr. Kiran directly to you on an IQ, because this is something, the program which is happening, which is being kind of marked today. For the today's effect, so the other missile programs have taken a back seat, and this program has now, most of the funds are going towards this program, and we are very much part of it. Okay.
Thank you very much. Request to all the participants, kindly restrict to 2 questions per participant. Next question is from the line of Rupesh Tatia from IntelSense Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Thank you for the opportunity. My first question, sir, is over, let's say, next 6 months and then FY26. Can you list the programs from which you are expected to receive the order? I know Mr. team is on the call, and I mean, where are we on LLTR, Ashwini? What kind of one of your competitor is expecting that they will receive an order for Uttam radar? So where, if you can give indication, where are we on that? Then Adani, I think, has been declared L1 for Netra system. So where are we on, order for that? Then I think X-band radar, Bharat Electronics has received an order for 800 crore X-band radar. So if you can, I mean, both of your listed competitors give some sense of, 3 or 4 programs for which they are likely to receive the order. So if you can talk about this, what are you going to receive in FY25 and what are you going to receive in FY26?
Sir, I will do it in 2 parts. One, I'll send you a mail with the details. Definitely I'm going to do. But for the benefit of the other people, I'm just going to say the major number. My feeling is, if you look at, as I said, I'm breaking the difference into 2 parts. One is the DRDO PSU part, which is development based. Another part is the integration, bigger parts is the direct to defense part. So in these 2 parts, my number one, I would say, if I say 2026, which will be my number one, this thing will be the new. I would say first would be definitely our drone. That is definitely our anti-drone program. That will be our major program, topmost. Second will be the new missile program I'm talking about. That will be the number 2 program. Okay, in terms of market share, in terms of value, in terms of absolute value. These 2 are new programs, not factored in so far. This is a lot of work is coming from our side, the new team, etc. is going to be there. The third one is already got LLTR, MPR, and DF. All these activities will be growing, and that will also be playing a major part. Even if Adani wins, for example, in AVAX, everywhere, they have to buy from us. Because as per the rule, as per this thing, we are the designated seller for that particular product. No matter who becomes the lead integrator, who wins this, we are the subsystem manufacturer notified, so they should get it from us. Even they have a product in that. Okay. So this basically whoever wins the final product, which consortium wins, doesn't matter. We are the designated subsystem manufacturers for that. And so all the subsystems will be sold intact, so the numbers will be intact. As far as these 3 products, that is for the program, LLTR, MPR, and all other products also. Added to that, I would say the one major difference is the DF. DF is a new program, and DF is a focus right now. Whatever comes out of the DF will also be there. So if I could say the third major win, apart from anti-drone, apart from the new missile program, possibly if we can get it right, the submarine systems. The new submarine systems, if we get it right. So this will be my top three. The top three will be new, the rest will be a legacy. Okay, that is the plan. And anything you want to add to me? So at least we have an MLPR, we are expecting around 120 crores sort of orders in the Q4 or Q1 of next year.
Okay, sir. And then I have maybe few technical questions. So one sir, is this submarine. So there is this Samudrika electronic warfare program, which is like an umbrella program for all electronic warfare. And then there are, I think, 7 programs within that. I think Shakti, Nayan, Tushar, and then there are some other Sarang and all that. So are you present in all of them? I have only probably heard of Nayan in the past, but are you present in all of these electronic warfare program? And what do you supply direction finding or some other products? This is one question. And then the other question, sir, is in counter-drone systems, whatever the active and passive radars that are used, do you manufacture them? Does the ACAT manufacture them in-house or within AXISCADES group, or they are procured externally? Because I think my understanding is this is one of the competitive advantage on if you can produce the radar on the quality of the radar, I think is one of the competitive advantage. So that is another part. And then the final one, sir, is I think in LCA Tejas Mark II, the ESA radar I think is moving from gallium arsenide to gallium nitride. So do we have the gallium nitride technology, and would we be part of the LCA Mark II program also? So these 3 kind of like technical questions, if you can address.
Mr. Rupesh, good evening. My name is
You're audible.
Hello.
Participants, please stay connected. In the line for the management dropped. Participants, thank you for your patience. So you're reconnected. Hello.
Mr. Rupesh, I don't know where we lost the line, but I'll repeat for your convenience. My name is Ramanan, and I will be taking your the first and third question. I will have to pass on your second question. To the first question that you asked, under the umbrella of Samudrika, we are now supplying into the program under the Nayan. And the other programs that we are aware of and which we have prototyped and we have succeeded are the Sarvadari and the Nikash. The Sarvadari and the Nikash are programs which are airborne programs, again, but for the Navy. We have prototyped and we have succeeded. As and when that goes into production, we will again be in the reckoning. There is another part which is called as the Shakti, and we have also won that program, and we have prototyped it successfully, and we should be looking at production coming in soon for that. So per se, in the direction finding side, we are in the Shakti, we are in the Nayan, Sarvadari, and Nikash. Now there was another question that you posted, and that was on the LCA side. On the LCA side, we specialize in GaN-based RF amplifiers. So we will be continuing with that, and that shall be the one which will be offered for the LCA Mark. That is our understanding, and that is the understanding of our customers also. If there is anything different, we are not aware of that yet. With respect to the drone, anti-drone related question that you had, sorry, was it the anti-drone question that you had asked? Was the second question on anti-drones?
Yes.
I request,
Yes.
I request Babu.
On the anti-drone radar question, right now we are working with partners for the radar, and in the future versions we are going to, as you know, we have a very deep radar capability, so we are going to have our own radar. Already we are on the way to TOT, and also we'll have our own radar integrated into future programs.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, in the interest of time, we will take that as the last question. Rupesh, I'll request you to get in touch with the management offline and proceed. With this, I now hand the conference over to Ms. Sangeeta Tripathi from AXISCADES for closing comments.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. SRN and Sashidhar sir, for your time and efforts. Thanking all the participants for your thoughtful questions and keen interest in our business and the company's developments. On behalf of AXISCADES, I sincerely appreciate your time and engagement during this update and discussion. If any of your questions remain unanswered, please feel free to reach out to me directly. Also thanking our investor relations agency, Orient Capital, for organizing this call. You may now disconnect the line. Thank you.
Thank you very much. On behalf of AXISCADES Technologies Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.